You're listening to the Country Chat Podcast with your host, Dom. Subscribe, give a 5-star rating, and follow us on Twitter at country_chat. And stay up to date.
Hi there, you're listening to the Country Chat Podcast with me, Dom. Today I've got a special guest called Kelsey Bovey.
Hi everyone.
So you've got a album out now, a debut EP called It's My Time.
Yeah.
How was it recording that EP?
It was really exciting but really nerve-wracking at the same time, just because I wanted it to be really emotional and authentic and come from my perspective, because as a songwriter I feel it's really important to speak about your emotions and see if anyone else relates to it. So that, with that being such an emotional EP, I was like, how are people going to take it from a personal perspective? But yeah, it was really exciting just kind of getting my music out there, and it's like all my dreams from being young were coming true, and it was like incredible.
So you co-wrote some of the songs with Danny McMahon.
Yes.
How was it writing with Danny?
He's such a talented songwriter, so anytime we write together is a treat, really. But we always have like these long chats before we write music about what's going on, and like we want to make sure it's authentic as possible. So we just have really long chats, and he really understood what I was going through at the time, and he really helped me to like put that forward into my songwriting. And obviously with Define Me, it just became what it is now, which is incredible.
Now, Define Me reached number 29 in the UK country iTunes charts.
Yeah.
How was that for you?
Incredible. Just putting it out there and not really expecting anything of it, just to kind of be like, just say it's out there, but just then to get that clarification that is on there with, like, I think George Ezra and Tracy Chapman were on there, which was incredible, and I genuinely couldn't believe it.
Yeah. So your second song on the album, Lady in Red,
yeah,
did you write that yourself?
Yes, that was my own. Yeah. So
it's a very emotional song.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about how you came about the song itself?
Yeah, so I never thought that this would be what it is today, but this was my first professional song that I wrote. That I could be like, right, I could like do something with this.
Yeah.
So I used to write songs when I was younger, just about like 12-year-old boys, just like the classic kind of thing. But like not really expecting anything of it, just kind of a way for me to express myself, be creative, that kind of thing. But then I was going through a breakup with my ex-boyfriend, and it all just kind of flowed out into this song.
Yeah.
But I think because it meant so much to me and it was such a personal thing, I think that's kind of what made it what it is.
Yeah.
Because I used to write songs and be like, oh, I want to write a song, but not really think anything of it. But then when you delve a little deeper into what you're feeling and actually feeling the emotions as you write the song, I think that's really important.
So when you're recording an EP, like your first EP, It's My Time, yeah, what makes you put the songs in the order it is, from, Define Me, you got Positivity on there, and you got Lady in Red. What is there any thought process into what goes first, second, third on that album or the EP?
A little bit, but it's mainly just like the music behind it, kind of like fast or slow songs, yeah, and like just kind of separating that kind of out a bit. But there's not really much that goes into it. It's just kind of what will flow best, yeah, I guess.
I wasn't sure if there was going to be like a timeline to, a song that's about the problems that you have, with school, and then the problems you have with a boyfriend, and then, if there was any form of actual physical timeline or just whatever was come first.
Maybe that would be quite cool, actually, now that you mentioned it. It would have been an idea, yeah.
So Danny also produced the EP as well with, yeah, Andrea Succi.
Yes.
How was it working with both of them?
So I've actually known them for a long time before I started writing with Danny, and also producing with Andrea, yeah, because I went to this music school, Bakerloo Music School.
Yeah.
And they were kind of part of it at the time, so then I kind of got to know them through that. And then it was actually, I played Danny Lady in Red, and he like was obsessed with it. So he was like, do you want to record this? And I was like, yeah, that would be So that's kind of how it came about. So I was recording with them, and they're just like so lovely. They listen to what you want. They don't make it about you. They make it about you. Sorry, that came out weird. They make it about you. They want to get your vision across because that's their main priority, and you really feel at home.
Yeah. So you just mentioned there Bakerloo.
Yes.
So Bakerloo is a music school.
Yes.
So you learned how to sing and play guitar there?
Yes. So I started with piano,
Yes.
and I did a few grades, and then I used to have classical singing training, but then I kind of wanted to delve into the pop side of it because that's kind of where I wanted my career to go. So then I stopped doing that and I went to singing there as well. And then just did a few little guitar bits, but then mainly I've just kind of been self-taught after that. Yeah. But yeah, it's really given me a big platform, and obviously I wouldn't have met Danny and Andrea, which has brought me where I am today, so I'm really grateful for everything they've done.
So with Bakerloo, how old was you when you first started going to that music school?
Ooh, I was starting piano lessons at 8, and then Louisa Baker, who's the head of Bakerloo Music School, she took over. So that's how I initially met her, and then I was with her while she was building her school as well. Yeah. So it was nice to kind of see how she grew things and how things blossomed for her, because it was really lovely to see.
So with the Bakerloo Music School itself, you managed to do some little festivals.
Yes.
How was all that? You played the Keynsham Music
Keynsham, yeah. Keynsham. So I did that. That's right. So I think I did it 4 times in a row, which was, I think, is great to do that, because obviously it gets your confidence up as a performer, and like it just kind of gives you a little taster into like what it could be like if you were to do this on your own. But obviously we did like loads of things as groups, and also like we had a shared slot between all of us, so we kind of picked where we wanted to go, and then we just kind of did it, and it was like stress-free, less pressure, but it was a great experience to get my confidence up, so I'm really grateful.
Now you can actually find the videos of, I think it's just one of the festivals on YouTube.
Yeah.
So for everybody out there, if you type in Kelsey Bovey UK into YouTube, you can also find her on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram with the same name. You can actually find some of these videos of your performances.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I noticed was when I think it was Rolling in the Deep, where everybody was up on stage.
Yeah.
Everybody had like a singing part, and then you was almost like the harmonies, but you were playing the guitar.
Yeah.
Now, out of all the voices, I don't want to sound rude to everybody else, but yours was the strongest. You could tell there was something there.
Oh, thank you.
Did you feel, when you was on that stage at that point, do you feel that surge of confidence when you're in front of a crowd?
Yeah, I've always had this thing where whenever I walk on stage, I just kind of snap out of it, because I'm usually like really nervous before I go on. But as soon as I get on there and do what I need to do, I'm absolutely fine.
Do you enjoy doing the festivals like that?
Yeah, it's really good, because it's one of those where everyone just gets involved and it's like really lighthearted, and like you just want to see people there having a good time, and you're not too worried about what you're doing. You just want to make sure that you're doing good, and you're making sure that everyone else is enjoying themselves, really.
So going back to your music now, so Define Me is about bullying in essence. How did that affect you at school?
It was really hard going through all that, because I was only about 15 at the time. Yeah. So going through all that was quite tough, but then when I'm in that situation, I'm quite proactive about it. I just want to like get through it as much as I can, even though it does get hard. Quoting the song. But yeah, because Positivity and Define Me were kind of right around the same time. Yeah. And they're about similar things. Positivity is about my friends in that situation, how they betrayed me, and following the crowd, whereas Define Me was about like a generalized everyone kind of thing. Yeah. So yeah, but I have to say, like, my family really got me through that at the time, and yeah, they've just really helped me. And obviously, like, being able to write this song is like really changed my perspective on the whole situation, because I wanted to write a positive song for everyone else who's being bullied, and like I wanted to make it relatable to everyone else, because I know that does still go on in the world. Because I just wanted people to feel like that it's okay, and that it's not about you, it's about them.
So Lady in Red itself is about a boyfriend basically cheating. In essence.
Yes.
Has that happened to you personally, or?
Yeah, so that was a personal situation. Yeah.
do you want to talk about it, or I can move on if you want?
No, it's all right. So, yeah, we were together about a year, and then he was just hanging around with these girls. So I kind of had an inkling anyway about what was going on, but it just kind of, then knowing what was going on after just kind of certified it for me. But I was that girl that was like, no, it's not your fault that you cheated on me, I'll get back with you. That was a big mistake.
I can imagine.
But yeah, that's kind of how it all went down.
So how does that affect you mentally? Is that a strain mentally, or do you kind of like try and bounce back from that, or?
Well, at the time I didn't really know how to deal with it, because obviously I hadn't gone through all that bullying and stuff at that point. So it was hard for me to process. But then as soon as I kind of felt the love of my family around me and like all the people that I needed and respected me, it just kind of made everything a lot easier. And I was like, no, I can't get through this. I just don't see the point in like living your life being sad, because it doesn't make it enjoyable for you. It doesn't really make it enjoyable for anyone else. So I just kind of was like, no, I want to do this. I want to get through this. And I did. So
So your family were very supportive then during that time? Or?
Yes, 100%.
Now your family itself, are they musical in any way?
No, I'm the only one in my family. My cousin plays drums and stuff in a band, but other than that, like my close family, like my parents, don't really have any background in it.
So what kind of led you in that direction at 8 years old? Did you just look at piano and think, oh, let's play piano?
So I've always had like a gravitational thing to music. Like it's always like made me really happy. It's always made me want to move. It's always made me want to sing. But then what actually started it was my friend came into our class one day and she was like, I'm getting piano lessons. And she was like saying, does anyone else want to join? And I was like, yeah, that'd be cool. And that's kind of how it came about. And I started piano lessons and then singing lessons, and then just kind of went on from there.
Out of all the lessons that you had, so piano, singing and guitar, was there any other lessons?
No, well, I had like my GCSEs in music, so that was all theory.
Yeah.
Had that as well, but other than that, that was it really.
Which was your favourite lessons out of all of those?
Singing, 100%. Yeah. It's always been my kind of thing, because I'm really into musical theatre as well. So obviously that being a big influence as well, it's just kind of maybe I just always want to sing, and also whenever there's music on, I'll just sing whatever it is. So yeah.
So what kind of songs do you like to sing? Obviously before you went into the country music, which we'll talk about in a second, but what kind of, like at home you're singing, you're learning how to sing, what were the songs?
It was mainly just like the 2000s classics, really. They were kind of my favourites, and I used to have like the pop party CDs when I was younger, so they were a big influence for me. And I guess just growing up listening to lots of different music from like the 80s, because that's what my mum and dad really like, because that's kind of their musical era. And then just my current era, so I was listening to lots of different like decades of music. So I just love like the different styles and like all that kind of stuff. So
if you had to pick a favourite song from, you know, your era, what would it have been?
One that stands out for some reason, Baby One More Time, Britney Spears.
Oh, you can't beat Britney.
I don't know why. Yeah. I just remember listening to that like on repeat on my pop party CDs. So yeah, that's probably a strong one.
So, going from singing Britney, what makes you think to then start singing country?
Well, my dad used to listen to country as well growing up, so that was a big influence. And then I never really thought I wrote in a country style, but I picked up a guitar and it was that's kind of what came out, really. Yeah. And then obviously I met Daniel Mann, who's obviously a country artist, and played in Lady in Red, and it was like, this is kind of his style. So... And then he like introduced me to lots of different more country artists, and it kind of got me on the bandwagon, really. So here I am.
So after recording your EP, what is your next kind of steps? What are you looking forward to next?
Well, I do have new music on the way, which is really exciting.
Can you tell us anything about it?
Yeah, so I wanted this next EP to be a lot more enjoyable. I just kind of wanted to make it fun for the audience to listen to, whereas my one before was a lot more emotional and about me.
Yeah.
So this one's just the classic, like, cheesy love songs and like all that kind of thing. So
Proper country music.
Yeah.
So on Twitter, I think it was a couple of weeks ago now, you actually posted a video of a steel guitar being recorded over.
Yeah.
So you're actually having some steel guitar in your new EP.
Yeah. That's really.
Is it going to be an EP or is it going to be a single?
Yes, I've got one single and then I've got an EP as well. But it was really exciting because I've never had a pedal steel player before, and also like having like all the instruments come in, because of my first EP it was all just like production, like Danny was playing all the guitar and all that kind of stuff, but this time it's like upped itself a level, and I've just got to see it all in the process, and it's absolutely mind-blowing. It's like lifted it to a whole new level, so it's really exciting.
Gives it that extra little bit of something.
Yeah, definitely.
So watching him playing the steel guitar, what are you thinking? Are you thinking of lyrics for other songs at the same time, or is it?
I was more thinking like, what's my life like? This is incredible. Like just like growing up as like a child, like wanting to do this for so long, and then all of a sudden it like all becoming a reality. It was like, this is incredible. Like, this is what I've always dreamed of. It's kind of like a nice but soppy moment, if you will. But it just kind of felt really good, and I was like, I've done all I've always wanted to do.
So going from recording your EP, actually meeting Danny, how is it you get into Scarlet River management? Are you with Scarlet beforehand, or are you with them after?
So I knew Rachel Selleck whilst I was doing my first EP, and she helped me out with a lot of social media. Yeah. And then I've been doing a few gigs, and she's just been there, and then she contacted me about being part of her management, which is really exciting. So yeah, I'm now part of with Scarlet River management. So
have they got anything exciting for you coming up, gig-wise?
I've got a few festivals coming up. So I've got Country on the Coast coming up, which is in Portsmouth. I've also got Rock and Ribs coming up as well. Yeah. So yeah, just lots of different country festivals, which I'm really excited for.
What do you prefer playing? Do you prefer playing festivals, or do you prefer playing in like your country pubs?
Oh.
You're supposed to say festivals and pubs.
Yeah, both. That's why. Which one?
We're playing both.
I like both for different reasons. That's the thing, because I like country festivals because there's a lot more light-hearted and like everyone's just having a good time listening to music. But with country pubs, it's a lot more intimate, so you kind of get to know the story behind the songs and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So they're kind of like way out. So yeah. Both.
What's your favourite experience so far from playing gigs that you've played?
Well, there was one in Gloucester where someone I've never met before knew my words to my songs, which was like mind-blowing to me, because I've never seen it before, and it's just like having it reach that far to like someone know my lyrics is like incredible.
How far are you wanting to go then? Are you wanting to be Bridgestone Arena or O2 for the C2C?
C2C would be incredible. I'm actually going there this weekend. I'm going there with Danny in the management. Yeah. But I've never been to C2C before, so I'm really excited.
Let's try and get Danny to get you to sing backup or harmonies with
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
So what are you excited most about C2C then?
Just kind of scouting out, see who's around, because I like finding new artists to listen to. Yeah. And obviously with this kind of being my home now with country music, it's just like finding all the people that I like and I want to listen to, and just seeing like all the diversity of country music. It's like country pop, country rock, all that kind of different styles.
If you had a preference on the different types of country, what would it be? Would it be like country pop for you, or would it be?
Yeah, it'd be country pop for me, I think. Just because that's the music I make, and like that's kind of what I'm used to. But obviously, I like listening to other types of country, but that's mainly what's kind of like I listen to day to day.
Who's your favourite artist at the moment? Other than yourself?
I like Catherine McGrath very much.
Yeah.
20's a good one.
20's
I like
really
Luke
blown up
Combs as
recently.
well.
Luke
Yeah,
Combs?
she has. Yeah, I love Luke Combs. Yeah, just all those kind of different artists, really.
Yeah, it seems. Sorry, I interrupted you whilst you're mid-speech. Yeah, 20 seems to be really blown up recently.
Yeah, she has.
Yeah, it'd be great if you could almost get on a tour with her.
Yeah, because I seen Lauren Elena live, and 20 was supporting her.
Really?
So that's how I seen her for the first time, and then I kind of got introduced to her through that as well. So just seeing her be so blown up now is incredible.
Is that the kind of thing you kind of daydream about, who you're going to support in the future, and then who you'll have supporting you?
Yeah, that'd be the dream.
So, now that you're starting to get your foot into country music, do you speak to any of your old school friends?
No, none of them.
None of them. So you can't almost rub it in their faces saying, well, after all these years I've been bullied, you know, here's stick twos up and look at me now.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it, because I always feel like success is the best revenge.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get revenge on them personally, because that's just, I just don't think it's right. But like just having that, and like just getting that verification for myself personally, and like after they've held me back for so many years, it's just like, I don't need you anymore, I don't need negative people in my life anymore, kind of thing.
Yeah. If you could say something to them now, what would it be?
I proved you wrong.
Yeah. So your single goes to number 29.
Yes.
What does your family say? Are they all celebrating? Are they all happy?
Yeah, so first I seen a message on my phone at like 7 a.m. in the morning saying that I'm in the charts. I thought it was a complete joke. Had a look, and the first thing I went to is my mum, and I was like, what is going on? This is incredible. I dreamed of this so many times, and it's actually happening. And it was just like, I just felt the well of support over me, and we were all like crying, because obviously everything that's happened in the past, and then now getting that kind of feedback from it, it was just incredible. So yeah, we had like a nice little party on the Friday night it came out. So yeah.
Who was at the party?
So it's just my mum, my dad, my sister, and her boyfriend.
Oh, bless.
Yeah, so it's a cute little intimate thing.
It can't be intimacy.
No, you can't.
So it's sometimes the better part is the ones that are, you know, with your close family and friends.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're my favourite ones.
Going on from now, you've got a new EP. What kind of timeline are we looking at for the new single EP coming out?
End of May is the new single. Yeah, so that's the date to be looking out for, 29th, I think.
I'll certainly be sharing it on my socials.
Thank you. And I haven't got anything for the EP yet, but obviously keep an eye on the social media, because that'll be going up.
How about festival-wise? Are you coming up north anytime soon?
Not too sure, really. I'll have to have a look, but obviously I'll see if I can try and find some up north. Let's maybe come down, come up even.
Well, I'll certainly be finding some time to travel down myself, and I'd suggest everybody else does as well. If you can get tickets for the Country on the Coast or Rock and Ribs, Kelsey is a fantastic artist, and definitely up and coming.
Thank you.
Just to round off now, I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions.
Yeah, go for it.
It's just random questions, and it's just to gauge who you are, really.
Yeah, perfect.
So, tea or coffee?
I'm such an indecisive person. Probably coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah.
With coffee, what would you dunk in it, biscuit-wise?
Bourbon.
Bourbon. Oh, I love a good bourbon. Do you drink?
Yes.
Yes. What? No, it's not a bad thing. I drink all the time. I sound like an alcoholic now, but hey. What is your drink of choice?
It's either vodka and Coke or Diet and Malibu and Coke. One of those two.
Is that Coke or Diet Coke?
Diet Coke all the way.
Diet Coke. You've got to stay healthy.
Exactly.
What fast food restaurant?
KFC.
KFC. Have you ever been to America?
I have once, but it was only for like a day trip because I was in Canada at the time.
Ooh,
So yeah, it's really good because my uncle lives over there, so we sometimes just go over there and see how he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I want to expand now. So whereabouts in Canada? Well, not exact address, but kind of located.
I want to say Calgary.
Calgary, yeah.
That kind of area. Yeah.
What does your uncle say about your singing, especially country music?
Oh, he loves it.
Loves it.
Yeah, he's a big fan of what I do. It's really supportive. But obviously, him being on the other side of the world, it's like we don't get to speak much about it. So he's coming over in April, so we can have a good chat then.
I take it it'll be a big Shania Twain and Lindsay Ell fan.
Probably.
They're basically from Canada, so.
There you go.
So going back to the questions, what kind of car do you drive?
Ford Fiesta.
A Ford Fiesta. What's that? What's that like for miles per gallon? What litre is it mainly?
1.4, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I've only got a small 1.1, so I've got a nice little economical car. I can't even talk.
Yeah.
Now.
Get up the hills though.
Up the hill in third gear and down the hill in fifth.
Yeah.
So what's the miles per gallon like on that?
It's not too bad, I don't think, but obviously when you drive everywhere, like I drive to uni and stuff as well, so I've got that on the side. So it does kind of add up a bit, but...
See, I love these questions because you can find little other tidbits about everything. So what uni did you go to?
Basketball University.
What do you study?
Commercial music.
Ooh. Are you hoping to use that as an influence in your music?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So what kind of things do you study within that?
So there's bits of production, there's bits of songwriting, bits of performance. There's also like a lot to do with the business of music and like debating about like different kinds of music and like what's acceptable, what's not acceptable in the industry, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Do they all know about your rising success?
Some do, but but they've obviously got their own similar things going on, so...
Yeah, but not many of them could say they're number 29 in charts.
True.
So, next questions. Is it okay to go to a public event with the coronavirus? Yes or no?
No.
No. So, what's your thoughts onto like the C2C? So the C2C is coming up now, and we've got the coronavirus. Do you find that it should still go ahead, or do you find that it should be at least postponed? Or
it's a tough one, isn't it? Because obviously you don't know who's going to be there, you don't know who's got what, really.
Yeah.
But I guess you got to kind of trust the like security and make sure that they kind of know what they're doing. Because I've got a funny feeling that they're like sending out these like letters or something.
Yeah.
To like or contracts or something to sign. So like if you're going, then you don't have it, kind of thing. I think I heard that. It might not be true, but
I've no idea. Unfortunately, I'm not going this year. I was hoping to go, but work and money, financial obligations, it kind of holds me back. So I'm hoping to go next year. So if you go next year, I'll hopefully catch you.
I'll see you there. Yeah.
So that's about it, really, for today's episode. Just as a apology, just before this podcast, I had some problems with my mixing board. I think I still do, to be honest. The signal, especially on Kelsey's receiving end of the phone, is very crackly. So I've got a feeling the recording itself will be crackly. So I just wanted to put an apology out there to the listeners and to Kelsey as well. You've been an absolute gem.
That's all right. That's okay. It happens, doesn't it?
Just beforehand, I was almost ripping my hair out, just trying to work out exactly what's going on. So, thanks, Kelsey, for coming on. Thanks for putting up with the dodgy mics and the bad audio. Hopefully, I'll be able to get you on again soon when your next EP comes out. And
yeah, I'd love to.
Fingers crossed, everything will be sorted, and it'll sound like you're actually here in a radio station kind of thing.
Yeah.
Once again, everybody, socials are Kelsey Bovey UK, so that's KelseyBovey UK. So that's on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. So yeah, everybody follow Kelsey on all the socials and be sure to at least buy some music. All right, everybody, take care. Goodbye for now. Bye.
Bye.
That was the Country Chat Podcast. Join Dom next time for exclusive interviews, reviews, and general chit-chat on all things country music.